You ever have one of those days where you feel like you're losing before you've even started? You wake up tired, distracted, already behind? Well, what if I told you your future isn't decided in some big, important meeting, but in that very first hour after you wake up?
All right, let's dive right in with this big idea from the legendary Jim Rohn. And listen, this isn't just some fluffy motivational quote. It's a strategy. The whole principle is super simple. How you start is how you continue. A morning one on purpose sets you up for a day of focus, energy, and, yeah, success. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to cover the why that first hour is so powerful. Then we'll break down the 3 pillars of a winning routine: your body, your mind, and your day design. And finally, we'll get super practical about how you can actually build a routine that you'll stick with. Okay, so that first hour after you wake up, think of it like a golden window of opportunity. It's this sacred bit of time before the world, with all its emails and notifications, starts screaming for your attention. And how you use this time? Well, it's the difference between you running your day or your day running you.
Just look at the difference here. Most people live on the left side of this chart. Their morning is basically one big emergency. It's snooze, scroll, rush, and they start the day already in chaos. But the most successful people, they're on the right. They start with purpose, with control. They design their day instead of just reacting to whatever gets thrown at them.
So, what's the one thing you can do to flip from that chaotic side to the calm side? Here it is. This is the #1 rule. Do not touch your phone for the first hour. The second you grab that phone, your brain gets hijacked by everybody else's emergencies, their drama, their to-do lists for you. Your energy is just gone before you've even had a chance to decide what you want to do.
All right, let's get into our first pillar. This is all about getting your body activated. Think about it. You've been lying still for like 7 or 8 hours. You can't expect to have a sharp mind if your body's still in sleep mode. You've got to wake the whole system up.
And the good news is, this is pretty simple. 4 easy keys. First, hydrate. Before you even think about coffee, drink a big glass of water. Your body is desperate for it. Second, get some natural light. Third, move your body. Create some energy. And fourth, eat some protein, not a sugary cereal that's just going to make you crash by 10 a.m.
Now, why is that sunlight so important? Well, get this. Most of us spend about 90% of our day indoors. That's crazy, right? That little blast of morning sun is crucial. It's literally a signal to your brain to start pumping out serotonin and endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that wake you up and boost your mood. This idea right here is a total game changer. Movement in the morning isn't about some brutal hour-long workout. It's just about activation. We're talking 5 or 10 minutes of stretching, a quick walk, anything to get the blood flowing. You don't wait until you feel motivated to move. You move to create the motivation. Okay, so your body is officially awake. Now it's time to get your mind on the same page. This second pillar is all about shifting out of that mental fog and into a state of calm, focused clarity. It's about carving out a little bit of mental quiet before the world rushes in to fill it with noise. And here are 3 really powerful, simple ways to do that. First, just find some silence. Maybe that's meditation, or maybe it's just sitting quietly with your thoughts for a couple of minutes. Second, practice gratitude. It's one of the fastest ways to boost your happiness. And third, feed your mind with something good, like a book or a podcast, not the stress-inducing noise from the news or social media. The word meditation can feel kind of heavy or intimidating. If that's you, just start right here. This breathing exercise is an incredible tool. It takes less than 2 minutes, and it's a super concrete way to calm your nervous system down and just be present. You can literally feel it working. That feeling, that's you taking back control. Gratitude is absolutely a muscle, and the more you work it, the stronger it gets. But instead of just vaguely thinking, "I'm grateful for my health," get specific. Using a prompt like this, it forces you to connect with the why. That because part is where the magic is. It actually deepens the positive feeling and starts rewiring your brain to actively look for the good stuff in your life. So, your body's awake, your mind is clear. Now what? Well, here comes the final pillar. Taking strategic control. Success isn't an accident, right? It happens by design. And this is where you connect all that great morning energy to your actual goals. The key concept here is identifying your MITs, your most important tasks. Forget that endless, overwhelming to-do list. Just ask yourself this one question. What are the 1 to 3 things that if I get them done today will make the day a win? Your focus and willpower are at their absolute peak in the morning. Use that premium fuel on the things that matter most. And this slide really nails a critical difference.
A to-do list is just a wish list. It's a bunch of stuff you hope you get to. A time-block schedule, though, that's a commitment. That's a plan of action. You're not just saying what you'll do, you're deciding when you'll do it, giving your goals a real home on your calendar.
And if you need proof that this planning stuff works, check out the research. One study found that only about 14% of people have actual written down goals. But here's the real kicker. That little group is 10 times more successful than everyone else. 10 times! That's why looking at your goals every morning is so huge. It makes sure what you're doing today is actually getting you where you want to go tomorrow.
Okay, I know we've covered a ton of ground. Body, mind, planning. It can feel like a lot to take on all at once. So in this final section, we're going to get really practical and build a blueprint that actually works for you without all the overwhelm.
This is the big question, isn't it? This is where most people get stuck. They see all these habits, they get paralyzed by all the options, they try to do everything at once, and they burn out by day 3. But the real approach is so much simpler.
First, let's just talk about what not to do. Don't just blindly copy some influencer's 5 a.m. routine. Build one that fits your real life. And please, don't try to go from 0 to a 2-hour routine overnight. And remember, the most important part of a morning routine actually starts the night before. None of this works if you're not sleeping. Consistency always beats intensity.
So here's the key. Start small, like ridiculously small. Just choose one habit to anchor a simple 15-minute routine. Maybe it's just drinking that glass of water and doing 5 minutes of stretching. That's it. Your only goal is to do that one thing every single day until it's as automatic as brushing your teeth. Then, and only then, you can add something else. That's how you build a routine that actually sticks.
When you really boil it down, the morning isn't some magical thing. It's just a reflection of your priorities. It's your daily chance to prove to yourself that your goals, your health, and your peace of mind really matter. You don't need more motivation. You just need a better system. So the question isn't whether you're a morning person. The real question is, what are you going to build with the time you're given?